Today, I'm going to the city center of Yekaterinburg, the fourth largest city in Russia, after Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Novosibirsk. I can see many tall apartments. I'm on a complex bridge. The traffic is busy. Some shops and supermarkets on the first floor of the apartments. Burrito and pizza fast food in the corner of the street. It's near the city center. A McDonald's fast food after renaming. Entering the city center, there are lots of landmarks and attractions ahead. Many fast food restaurants, Burger King, Star Donuts, and hot dog. Here is a very tall hotel near the ruin of the crossroad. I found a map of historical and art buildings. Many European-styled buildings, which are very similar to the city center of Tumi. The road towards the Iset River. A small city park is quiet here. Here is the Iset River. I see some fishermen and a duck. The historical buildings were built along the banks of the river. It's a statues and lots of trees are planted. This is the Yekaterinburg Museum of Fine Arts. I will not go in. And here is a shopping mall selling fashion clothes and a beautiful house. The park on the opposite bank of the Iset River is too early now. The stores in the apartments are closed. Here is a bridge on the Iset River. I can see a sculpture of some soldiers on the wall of the bridge. And on the opposite bank of the river is Sevastyanov's house. In the far end, some new tall buildings are under construction. Passengers can walk on the platform, and the very tall building is the hotel that I just came by. This sign has English translation, which is very rare in Russia. Some scooters and bicycles for renting. On my left is conservatory, and on my right is gymnasium. Here is the city administration of Yekaterinburg, and the statues of Lenin in front of some historical buildings. Great Zlatoust Church is ringing the bell. This is the metro station. to the city center. It looks like a regional painting. The church and many bars. The church has been maintained very well, and the door is open. People can walk in. The advertisements are projected on the wall of the building. And I'm going to this road. It's full of historical buildings. Many decorations on the wall of the historical buildings. The house of the tradesman Ryazanov in the late 19th century. It has 2 floors and made of stones. In the sculpture of the building, 2 guardsmen are standing in front of the door. But why are 2 boys sitting on the top of the building? A museum, a shopping mall, and a park. Eat some food on the bench of the park. Eat the rest of the ham. A squirrel is coming. A pigeon is coming. Eat some biscuits with sea salt. Open this bottle of pineapple pieces in syrup. Start to eat. A garden of a fountain in the middle of the park is off and becomes a drinking pool of birds. The toilet in the park has been closed. A square in the park and the Pushkin Museum. The door of Pushkin Museum. And I will go back across the Iset River again. The bridge is only for passengers. Riding my bike along with the Iset River. Merchant True Building's apartment house. Is made of red bricks. A keyboard statues. Near the Iset River. The keyboard is both English and Russian. It has 2 types of alphabet. Great Zarathustra Church and a waterfall of the Iset River. I come back to the original point. Here is the tower on Plotinka, the river and the bridge. Sevast Yavnov's house and the statues. The statues of 2 people. Another church. This fountain is working. The motorway has 8 lanes in 2 directions. The church and the hotel. Moscow is 1,422 kilometers far from here. If I ride my bike to Moscow, then I'm not able to go back home by bike because my visa only has 3 months period. You'll be expired A statue of Popov. Some workers are paving the road. Taking pictures makes my battery low. I'm recharging my cell phone now. Among my 4 big power banks, only one has 26% of electricity left. It's called 0 kilometer. A building in the late 19th century. Church on blood of all saints who shone in the Russian land, where the royal family of the last Tsar was executed. This should be the most famous tourism spot in Yekaterinburg. Tsarsky crest. 12 sons of sculpture on the wall of the church. The history of the royal family of last Tsar. This is Nicholas II. And the history of the church. Some new apartments are under construction. The church was built between the year 2000 and the year 2003. Some sacred icons in the church. This is the St. Nicholas Church. Some historical pictures of the royal family are listed in the square. And here's the statues in front of the church on blood. The statues of people standing in front of a crest. The front gate of the church. The front of the statues is the royal family. Back to the Iset River, and the river becomes broad here and actually forms a lake. The boats are for renting. In theater, this building was built in the late 19th century. Sverdlovsk region government and the Legislative Assembly. Hyatt Regency is a hotel, and this very tall building is a multifunctional complex. Yeltsin Presidential Center, who was the first president in Russia Federation. Another business center. Skyscrapers. Bridge on the Iset River. And here is a observation deck. And a boat is floating on the river. The bridge has sidewalks that allow passengers and cyclists. This is Palace of Yours, House of Culture. Some posters are displayed. Trolleys are used in big cities in Russia. Here is a stadium, new and old apartments. The traffic is busy. It's time for me to go. I have enough food, so I bought toilet paper, wet tissue, jelly for shower, and water in the supermarket. A local market selling watermelon and many agriculture products. Here is a dragon head inflatable slide for children entertainment. Two trolleys are connected. There are many stores that sell new cars. In the outskirts of big cities, there are many car stores, furniture stores, and hypermarkets. Merge with the motorway. Go to the city forest to see if I can set up my camp. The city path is not paved, but has the trails of vehicles. Back to the paved road in forest. Eat the sausage. I found a pavilion in the forest. I want to set up my camp here. There is a sport ground. Some children are doing exercise. And that's the pavilion. Eat the cake for supper. It has peanuts on it.